I'm Mitt Romney, and I approved this message.
When a president doesn't tell the truth, how can we trust him to lead? The Obama outsourcing attacks. Misleading, unfair, and untrue.
The choice on taxes. Mitt Romney's plan. A 25% tax cut for millionaires. Tax breaks for oil companies and corporations that ship jobs overseas.
Well, if you're not sick already, you're going to get sicker. Those political ads might have done the trick, but Miriam Gottfried from Heard on the Street is here to tell us about some really startling numbers about the growth of political advertising in the U.S. Now, you're covering it from the vantage point of media companies that are benefiting from this, but I kind of want to forget about that. And I want to talk about these sickening numbers, because in 2000, there was $18 per adult spent on political advertising. That's television for the most part, right? Yeah,
about 60% goes to broadcast TV.
And now it's going to be $42 per adult, $9.8 billion in total. This does not, frankly, seem healthy for a democracy to me.
Well, you know, there are a number of factors that are contributing to it. There's generally been an arms race in political spending. In fact, in 2010, it was the first time that a midterm election actually had more spending than the previous presidential election, and it's basically forecast to keep climbing. And then the other factor is the Citizens United decision in the Supreme Court, which allowed corporations and unions to basically be unrestricted in their giving again.
And so we're seeing those numbers play out in real life, and I guess companies like EW Scripps, Media General, Journal Communications, they can all bless Citizens United for blessing their bottom lines.
I mean, basically, I picked those companies to talk about because a lot of companies, this is a lot of money. It's $10 billion, basically. A lot of companies are going to benefit from that money, but these companies, this is like a very big part of their revenue base. So they see the effect more directly.
Right. When you were researching this, were you shocked by these numbers?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty astounding. In 2000, not that long ago, although probably a little longer ago than we'd like to think, it was $18 per adult was spent, and now we're all the way up to $42.
And just watching those clips of those ads kind of made me sick on both sides. I'm not drawing any partisan judgments here.
No.
But it seems that nuance, truth, facts, they're all the victim on either side when they see these ads.
Well, and it's just, it's hard to say that it's really a good use of money. When you just think of $10 billion being thrown out into the economy, if everybody agreed to spend less, maybe it might have the same effect.
Well, the Supreme Court obviously has a different point of view. How does the internet figure into this, Miriam?
Well, I think the internet is still a pretty small portion of the spending. I believe Burrell Associates, the report that I cite in there, thinks it's going to be $160 million in spending out of that $10 billion.
Right.
It could be a lot more than that, though. It's really unknown, and in the past, the Democrats have been really more aggressive with their digital ad spending. The Obama campaign is famous for, the young campaign staffers who had been put to work in digital spending. And people say, I think last year it was about 20% of the Obama money, or last election rather, was spent on digital advertising. And some say it could be as much as 50-50 split between broadcast and digital.
Miriam, we'll see those numbers go up from the online side. And I think one of the interesting battlegrounds for this election, or maybe not this, but future elections, is whether political donations will be able to be done en masse via text contributions. There's some debate about whether that's proper or not.
Right, and I haven't gotten into that yet, but I certainly will if it affects the stock price of some of these mobile device companies.
We love, Miriam, that you are looking at it through the view of the stock prices, as a good Heard on the Street writer should. It's fascinating. Frankly, I don't care about the stocks. I care about what this says about the state of political advertising. And
it's pretty interesting.
I definitely encourage people to check out the piece. All right, Miriam, thank you so much.